In this video, we're going to look at how to create, import, and export a calendar of events, and then you can share it with your contacts. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to go to your browser and you're going to type calendar.google.com and press enter for that to load. And then once that loads, you have different views here. Now, we've talked about how to create events in a calendar. You can go and check that video, it is linked above. Now, there are different options that you can do if you want to add an entire calendar of events and share it with a group of people or create one from scratch. You have to come down to the left hand side and go to other calendars, and then you're going to click on the plus button. So if you look at this, you have the option to subscribe to calendar, create a new calendar, browse calendars from URL, and import. Now you can see that I already have calendars here that have been shared with me. Some I've created from scratch, and the marked ones are currently showing in my calendar entirely. Now if we start with the first, subscribe to a calendar, so I can search for a specific calendar that has been shared by someone using their email address, and then I can add it to my calendar. So if I take this for instance, you do not have access to this. If I was invited, I can be given that access. Then I'm going to cancel that. Now apart from the creation, I still just go back from the settings, and then I go to add, and then I say create a new calendar. If I want to create a blank calendar, if I'm the one who is creating it and sharing it with other people, a new one, I just type the name. So I'm just going to type my name here, and then I can type a description. I say this is a tech calendar, and then I can just choose a time zone. I want to keep it to that, and then I can create. Now when I create this, it's going to be added to the list of my calendars. I'll show you where that appears. So I'll go back, and if you look at the list of my calendars, we have birthdays, there's this that was created before, and then there's this here. Now if I want it to show, I can just click on that, but right now it is still blank, so I can click on this to maybe do a bit of settings. So here I can add a much more detailed description. Here I can come and set the primary time zone or change it if I want to. I can export the calendar. If I export it, it will be downloaded as a zip file, as you see here. So I can share it with somebody too. They can import it on their end as a zip file. So who do I want to have access to this? I can add email addresses here, people in groups. So I can add lots of people here that I want to share this calendar with. I can scroll down what permissions I want to access. Do I want to make it public? Do I want to just let it be for me? So I can make it public. Generate a shareable link. So if I say public and then okay, then generate a shareable link, I can copy this link and then I can share it with whoever I want to share this with. I have the option to add notification. How frequently do I want these notifications to go out to these people before they get to attend the event? How long do I want the notifications to be? Usually it is sent 1 day before the event and 30 minutes of the event, just as a reminder. So I have the option to set other notifications down here, and then as I go, there is the option to integrate this calendar. So if I want to have it within a link, I want to send out an email, I want to embed it on our website, all those options are here. I have the one to use a URL and the one to customize it or use a HTML code, like embed this and share it as a button. There is this public address for the iCal. This you can also share, and then you can check out other things down here. If you want to delete the calendar, it's down here, option to just press on delete. Now apart from creating a blank calendar, you can still browse through and have pre-created calendars of common holidays and events. So if I click on browse calendar of events, you see I have pre-selected ones, public holidays, this is in Kenya, and other observances. You can actually expand to see or deselect something that you want to have there. then you can still come back here, open the other observances. You see all this here, bring that down. Then that has been marked twice, so I can just deselect one because I should only have one here. I can go to global religious holidays. So if I didn't have this marked, I would mark them. So let's say they are not marked right now. If I go back to my calendar and say something like I want monthly view, if I scroll through this, you notice that in March I have some of these things here being shown. But if I go back here and add this calendar, browse, and say I have Hindu and Jewish holidays and maybe Christian holidays, so they'll be added to my list of calendars here. So I'm going to go back and do a few settings on each one of them. Now you notice that already some of them have been added into my calendar here. So you can see we have St. Patrick's Day, we have things like this Gudi Padwa, which is very likely Hindu holiday, Ramanavami, I'm not quite sure, but now those are what we selected there. Now I can format these so that they have like a completely unique color. So if I go to the Hindu and then click and choose something like green, you notice that it changes here to green. I can give it a different color so that it becomes a bit unique. I can do the same for the let's say Jewish holiday. Change the color, make it bluish, so we have that like uniqueness. So it will only appear where there is a holiday. So that is how to add. Now if you want to import, you still go to other calendars, then you can go to either add from a URL. Remember I showed you how to add this from a URL up there, but if you want to import it, you can import a zip file. So like I said from before, the downloaded one becomes a zip file. So I can just search here calendar, see if it's going to appear. So if I search that, we scroll down and see if I have anything like this that's going to appear here. Let's search. So you can always like get it from your downloads. Make sure you've edited the file name so that you don't go through this, but that's simply how you do it. So you can select files and then add it, select the calendar where you want to add it. Do you want to add it as a new calendar, do you want to replace, or do you want to include it within an existing calendar? Then you come and have imported it. You can still export the same calendars that you've created or imported. So if I wanted to export birthdays, I'll select export all these calendars that I've created here and share it with somebody else. So that's simply how you can create new calendars, import calendars, or browse through existing calendars. So make sure you stay updated with common holidays or activities and you don't get to miss any of them. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to the channel for more tech tutorials.